So here we are in Palm Beach, ladies and gentlemen. We wrapped up our protest in West Palm Beach at the major intersection, and a local activist, Carl Silverman, had an interesting idea that we should come here, Billionaire Row, and you can see we don't have the crowds, but we've actually getting a very positive response here. A number of people have. I've handed out 10 info cards myself. We have policemen down here.
No.
And here's Bailey Beers. Bailey, you came down from where to join us?
I drove to Orlando today from Ormond, and then I met up with Minnie Francis, and we came here from Orlando.
And now we're in Palm Beach.
Yes, we're on West Palm Beach Island.
It's quite an interesting place.
It is.
It reminds me of Carmel, California, and Carl Silverman said it's like Rodeo Drive in Hollywood.
Oh, nice. I've never been there before.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have not, we've only seen Kumi. Kumi, give us your name.
Kumi Omori, Kumiko Call, whichever.
And you have a little one?
I do. Little baby cakes in here.
Let's see if we can get a good look.
I'm rocking boob out.
Look at that little sweetie. That little sweetie, and she's 2 months old, I think you told me.
That's right.
And she's just been sleeping, and I haven't heard a peep out of her all day. She's just been as happy as a little baby can be. And where did you come from, Kumi?
I'm pretty local here, about 20 minutes away.
20 minutes. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Have you ever been out here before to Palm Beach?
I have. I don't come out often. Not really much to do here for me, but
yes, I think you'd get sticker shock if you went into any of these stores.
I have no need. I live at Whole Foods, so yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Stacy.
I just had a lady over on the other corner who told me, she said thank you, and she said she has 4 intact sons. She said not circumcised, but I'll take it.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, let's face it, the wealthy people of America often are the first to understand a new trend, and they are not circumcising their sons.
Exactly. And then she said that her sons asked them, when I'm guessing she was talking about when they were teenagers, won't girls think I'm weird, and why didn't you do this? And she was just like, when you're an adult, it'll be your decision. But any girl who thinks it's weird isn't worth your time.
And I was like, man who also said he did not circumcise his son.
Wow, awesome. Here we are in Billionaires Row, ladies and gentlemen, in Palm Beach, Florida, downtown Palm Beach, Florida. You can see we got people out enjoying the Saturday. Can we give you all an information card? And thank you. Share that with your friends. You can see we're getting a very receptive audience. And we'll cross over here. Yes, we were looking at in the window of the real estate office, and we were seeing prices like $4 million, $2 million. I think we saw one for $1,800,000. I think that was the low end. But very interesting being down here. There's a hush about this city that is almost eerie. Wall Emporium. There's a gallery across the street waiting for the pedestrian walk sign to come on. We actually had more policemen here earlier. I think they have retreated into the background. I'm sure they're around, but they saw that we're not going to cause any problems. Here's David Atkinson. David, our protests continue to surprise, don't they?
Yes, it's a very interesting protest.
When we started the day, we had no idea we were going to be on a Billionaire Row here in Palm Beach.
Yeah, a woman just asked me, why did we choose this location? I said, well, we're trying to reach as many communities as we can all around the country. And she said, why don't you go to some synagogue? Isn't that your audience? And I said, no, most of the penis mutilation that happens in America is in hospitals for non-religious reasons.
Interesting.
And she says, why don't you go to a hospital? And I said, well, we were in a hospital last week in Pensacola. And she says, you're not answering my question. Why are you here? And I said, well, we're on a 19-day tour. We were in Cocoa Beach yesterday. We'll be in Boca Raton tomorrow. And so she was friendly enough. And that was
Did she take a card?
She did take a card.
She did take a card. There you go. Thank you, David Atkinson, co-director of Bloodstained Men. And while I was talking to David, I missed the light. Celeste, what do you think?
I think this is very interesting. It seems like we didn't even really need to come here because everybody is not here.
And we know that Howard Stern has a manner. We know that he has a circumcision. Howard Stern has been quoted as saying, "I hate." He said that three or four times with the hate.
I have been telling everything I have to do is deserve wokeness, and most of the men here are agreeing with that.
We'll cross the street. Hey, Francis, you're back today. Circumcision is a fallacy. A clever play on words. Honk, view, heart, foreskin. Foreskin. And how far did you drive today, Minnie?
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours. That's commitment. And you're going to join us tomorrow in Boca Raton.
Yes.
And you brought Vanessa with you. And I'm sure Vanessa did not have to be dragged. A willing participant. Am I right?
She's asked to come.
Good, good. Well, thank you, Vanessa, for coming.
I probably wouldn't have made it to as many as I did if it wasn't for her wanting to go to every single one. Are you going to say hi?
She did. I kind of suspected as much.
All right.
I kind of suspected as much. Awesome.
And I realized, I was like, wait, like, is there really a need to do this? And then you look into it, and it's profit-based. It's,
what about for religious reasons? We're not Jewish,
well,
and we do it for religious reasons. So
but,
what's wrong with that?
well, I mean, it's still not your body, so that the problem with that
So
is
you're
just
saying
that
it's because
the person whose
the
penis...
little boy doesn't have a choice.
Yeah, exactly. And there's something called Brit Shalom.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yeah.
We give you our card, ma'am. Just check it out. We have a lot of Jewish families are in our movement.
Yeah. Just curious. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, little girl. Thank you.
So you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we are running into open minds here on Palm Beach. It's actually an island. Here's Carl Silverman, sliced bagels, not penises. Carl, tell us your feeling about being here. And now, what is the name of this island? Is it called Palm Beach Island?
Yeah,
I saw some that said Thousand Island.
Well, no, this is the town of Palm Beach, and it's a separate municipality from West Palm Beach or.
But we're standing on an island right now.
It's an island, correct. And some of the people who live on this island are Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago, which is, about a half
So the
mile
current
down.
president has his
He has a resort, actually.
quadrillion dollar. Oh, he has a resort here.
Yeah, it's a resort. It's open to the public if you pay enough. And other people that live here, Howard Stern has a place here. Rush Limbaugh has a place here. The Koch brothers have a place here. Rod Stewart has a place here. Jimmy Buffett has a place here. Ann Coulter has a place here. Just a zillion different people. Very, very wealthy. Plus,
While you're talking, I'm going to just let
Sure,
our
absolutely.
audience see some of the
Plus-
cars driving by here.
Plus, a zillion financial millionaires and billionaires live down here. And only an hour or two ago, we were over in West Palm Beach, which is a totally different demographic from here. So I wanted to bring the Bloodstained Men, since I live in the area. I can't afford to live on Palm Beach Island here. But I wanted to bring the Bloodstained Men to a little different environment, a little different demographic, and less racially diverse, less economically diverse, but not as much anger as I expected. And people are listening.
And people are taking cards.
And the police have been very polite.
Yep.
So we'll see. I don't know how much longer we're going to be here, but we're going to try to get the message out to as many people in their Bentleys and their Rolls
Carl, what people may not know about you, and is that you were very, very helpful during the circumcision court battle here in Palm. It was in Palm Beach County.
Correct.
Can you summarize that for us briefly and your role in it?
Right. Well, I live in the county, and
Let me just tell people what we're referring to is the. I believe the boy was Chase. Chase Hieronymus was 4 years old at the time, and he was finally taken away from his mother when he was 5. But take it from there, Carl.
Yeah, and
circumcised by his father.
Right, but before that happened, there were a lot of court proceedings, and I, at that time, fortunately, had a lot of time to get involved, and I covered several of the court proceedings, sat there right in the courtroom.
And I shared your reports on my Facebook page.
You did, and it was particularly the hearing where the mother was forced to sign an agreement to have the boy circumcised.
In handcuffs.
In handcuffs.
Outrageous.
She was forced by the judge to sign this document. It was heartbreaking. I was in the audience, or whatever you call it, and I broke down, and one of the bailiffs came over to me and said, "Are you all right?" And I said, "Yeah, this is really bad." But that's water under the bridge at this point. We lost that battle.
Now, that courthouse was not too far from where we're standing now. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, there were a couple of the courthouses. The main one was down in Delray Beach, which is about 20 miles south of here. 15
Okay.
miles south. Where those hearings.
But that's part. But it's all part of this county.
Yeah, it's all part. There's several courthouses in the county. But anyway, where we are right here is sort of like people have heard of Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. Well, this is the equivalent of Rodeo Drive for the East Coast, certainly for Florida. And if you look up, I haven't seen him this time, but Rod Stewart comes around. He has a base a couple miles south of here. He's taking pictures with the public.
Well, let's go have dinner with him.
Yeah, well, it would be nice. I don't know if he's still here. He usually comes around Christmas time, I think. But anyway, so this is a first, I guess, for the Bloodstained Men being in an environment like this. And,
yes, and I'm not even sure that this town has ever seen a protest here at this corner. What do you think?
I know. We can ask the ladies. So that would be interesting. What kind of protests have come onto other than the anti-Trump protests?
So there were, I see.
Yeah, down at Mar-a-Lago. But so we'll find out.
Well, thank you, Carl Silverman. Thank you for suggesting this to us. I can tell by the body language of the antagonists and the passersby that we don't have crowds that we normally appeal to. It's a very interesting demographic that is seeing the Bloodstained Men in action today. We'll cross the street and we'll talk to some more people. And ladies and gentlemen, while I've been talking to Carl Silverman, I noticed quite a few people taking photographs of me talking to Carl Silverman, and I know they're taking photographs of the other Bloodstained Men. Here's a woman taking my photograph right now. We're live on Facebook right now, ma'am. Do you want to tell me what you think of? Have you ever seen a protest too?
I never seen any protest like this. First time.
Your card?
I have your card.
Well, there's another one. Give that to one of your friends.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. PK. Thank you. Did you get our card?
Oh, yeah.
Great. Thank you. Just share that with your friends.